Our outlaw bikers faded away, going the way of the freaking, old West cowboy outlaw, whatever you want to say, man. I begin a lot of that in my comment sections when I discuss the outlaw motorcycle clubs, biker news, all that kind of stuff. So I am going to give you just a little bit of what I think on this subject.
Ride or die, 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 fly. Know that they ride or die. These brothers my guys, know that they fly, know that they ride or die. I keep winning.
Now, it is a very interesting question that we have to ask our outlaw bikers, fading away in the scene, getting less support than what they used to. And coming from the experience when I first started Insane Throttle in 2011 as just a biker news website out there on HarleyLiberty.com. Good plug, isn't it? HarleyLiberty.com. And then going into the podcasting field that I did, and then finally going into the YouTube section of it in 2017, I think it was. So a long time been around, and I have seen the changes that have been happening. And a lot of events really did happen over that time period. You had, what was it, 2015 with the Waco Twin Peaks stuff, all the trials that happened after that, the mass confusion that went along with it, them only able to get one guy to trial, and that had ended up in a hung jury, I believe it was. But you also, at the start of that point, and I actually get tired about hearing it, but everybody brings up Sons of Anarchy. That show was done. It's gone. It's out of the limelight, and Mayans didn't even last that long. But I guess it did as far as keep the lifestyle of an outlaw biker in social media sphere, if you would. But what I have seen lately is a lot of people, especially with the YouTube stuff, man, because with YouTube, you have different niches that people are in, and you really can tell the mood around the scene just by the comments. Now, a lot of people have the protocol channels, I guess you would call them, and you can see how the comments flow on them protocol channels. I put a short up of and other channels did too, about this one percenter pulling over somebody. I don't even know if he was a one percenter. I couldn't see the colors or whatever, trying to tell another motorcyclist, hey, you got to do this, you got to do that, this is the way we work things in this lifestyle. And if I was the guy, I would have told him, go screw off, pound some sand, man. Who are you is what I would have said. And a lot of younger guys are the same way. A lot of us that are in this have done the club scene, been there, done that. Some of us have wore the diamonds and stuff. And it never actually hit me how bad it's really got, because most of us never did that. None of us were going to sit there and stop somebody and say, hey, you're not supposed to pass us. And a lot of that, I think, has come around because everybody watches YouTube and protocol channels on how it's supposed to be, when in real life, it's not like that and can get you hemmed up pretty damn quick. Everybody has a revolver or a Glock or whatever on them right now. And a lot of people in the bigger cities, I guess you would say, like Chicago, we know better than that. We're not going to pull somebody over and say, hey, you can't pass us because we're a one percenter. It's ridiculous. And some of the stuff that you do see out of these kind of people, when you see a video like that, is coming from protocol channels. I'm not trying to be a dick. That's just the way it is. A lot of the stuff, and I can only speak from my experiences here in Chicago. A lot of what you see would never, ever happen. It wouldn't even come out of a club member's mouth, something like that. And I'm sorry, I have a lot of friends doing the protocol stuff, but that just wouldn't happen here. Now, it might be different somewhere else, but it would kind of amaze me that somebody would actually do something like that on video camera and know they're being freaking recorded, because we all know that things are recorded all over the place. Come on. I just got introduced to freaking smartwatches, man. This thing has a camera on it and every damn thing. And I'm like, holy cow, I haven't even put it on because the technology is just so out there. And you got freaking cell phones that are better than freaking spy satellites coming from outer space and stuff. It's a little drama there, but you know what I'm saying. So we would never do that kind of stuff. But what it does do when you see that kind of stuff, and if it does show up on YouTube or any other of the channels, it tells the general public that you're insane. We're not following something like that. And they do have some good arguments here. This is the United States. They do pay taxes for those roads, and you sure the hell ain't gonna tell me what I can and cannot do. That's just the way the general public is. And that don't even have to do with motorcyclists, man. That's just common damn sense. So when people do start seeing, say, the biker news stories, and they see the stuff that's going on within the scene, they're like, man, we don't want nothing to do with that. We don't care about that kind of stuff. And for those that are going to sit here and tell me that club membership's at an all-time high, you know what? Stop with the crap. Stop with the BS, okay? I know I talk to the club guys all the damn time, and chapters that you would have seen, 20 to 25 guys in, you're lucky to have 6 to have a chapter anymore. People are just not into that stuff. And you can blame some of these members that really bring the heat down on the club. Let's be honest, man. When you have the feds or something raiding everybody's houses, the clubhouses, it doesn't give a good look. Just because somebody's an outlaw biker don't mean they're out there doing criminal stuff. And a lot of us have tried to prove that stuff over time that we've been on the air. But every different news story that drops is the same old stuff, and it's hard to go behind that. And I think a lot of people within the scene, all they want to do is ride their motorcycles, man. And a lot of people that you thought would be hardcore backing clubs and stuff are like, we don't back that stuff. I'd rather stay independent, do my own thing. Why, if I'm such a rebel, am I going to listen to everybody else's rules? They got more rules than the freaking Bible now. I'm just saying. So are outlaw bikers fading away? I don't know, man. It depends on the generation. It goes generation to generation to generation. What clubs should be worried about is, are there enough riders out there to get in the MC? Because a lot of times now you're seeing the reports coming out in the motorcycle manufacturer industry that they're having a hard time selling motorcycles to, say, 18 to 29, that demographic right there. They are having a lot of hard time selling it. We're not even talking about Harley, because Harley's main thing is boomer, or not the boomers, but the middle-aged guy. It's always going to be that demographic. They're really not going to get the 18 to 29 demographic. But that is what clubs should be worrying about, is if they actually have enough people coming up riding a motorcycle. And then you add on to it the stuff people see on the media, and you're like, man, I don't know about that. And let's admit, the internet is here to stay. We know that. And you have to admit the power that a lot of these channels have, especially in their niche. We just came off the election where we seen podcasters, influencers, all that kind of stuff get tons of people to vote for, Trump and all that stuff. So these are powerful platforms. And that's why I never understood why, if there was a news story about a club, why the hell didn't the club just come to us and we would have put their side of the story out there? Because we got the direct connection with the people. that would be interested in something like that. They would be interested in hearing why this or why that or why the feds are like this. But clubs are always clammed up. And then what happens is they're always getting the negative press. And they could have just said, okay, come on here and we'll get it out there. Now, some clubs have, but most clubs won't, because they got these older guys in charge that want to stick to this we don't talk to anybody crap. And next thing you know, they're getting hit on all ends by people, and they're looking bad. And then you're losing members. You can't keep members, and your organization looks bad. That another thing I never understood is when, you know, we did have somebody on that might have been out bad or something. Why didn't the club put out a spokesman and say, hey, this is what happened? You get straight to the viewers. But hey, not my club, man. So what do you guys think? Do you think outlaw bikers are fading away like a lot of these comments say they are? I'd be interested to hear from you. Be interested. Rock on. Don't forget, like and subscribe, everybody. It helps us out. And don't forget to listen to the Madhouse, baby. Yeah, every morning we have something new on, and I think you're going to like that stuff. But anyway, rock on. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Really appreciate you. Go visit one of the original Biker Lifestyle and Biker News YouTube channels, where you will get in the know on what's happening in the biker scene. Biker news, op-eds, and more from me, James Hollywood Machikari. Monday and Thursdays, a new video on topics happening in the scene. Get on over there, get to the channel, and subscribe. Rock on.